carers could access virtually, something that would give them tools that they could use away from the session as well, because carers' lives, as you know,
Mm.
um, are unpredictable and difficult at times, and the more that we can throw at them in terms of tools and strategies, the better, really. So that was it, really, wasn't it? It was initially, when I contacted you, it was a fun to deliver virtual sessions to particular groups of people. I think we were looking at working carers, younger carers.
There were
Um,
few
yeah, there was a few
different
different
groups.
categories. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So you just delivered those 4-week sessions for
Yeah,
us, and I think almost instantly the feedback was
yeah,
so good that we knew it was something we wanted to do, to just keep on delivering. And so that's what we've done, I think. And you have kind of amended it slightly over time, I think, haven't you, in
yeah.
order to use what works best for the carers.
Yeah, we did. So we're now doing the breath work, EFT tapping, but I implement a little bit of the NLP visualization at the end,
Yeah,
because they do benefit from actually mentally rehearse how they want their day to go, what they want, how they want to feel, and that
yeah,
always really finishes the session
yeah,
so well.
yeah.
They can feel the buzz, they really feel the boost, like, actually, I can do this.
Absolutely. And I we have a survey, don't we? For the minute they end the Zoom chat, a survey pops up which just asks some really simple questions. And one of those is, how did you feel at the end of the session? And I think I've said to you before, that brings me real real joy when I look at the survey outcomes, because they are always really positive. And people talk about, don't they? They talk about how they came to the session feeling one way, and usually tired, overwhelmed, stressed. And by the end of the session, they're feeling like, throw anything at me, I'm ready for it. That's the sense I get. People talk about not having been able to sleep, and suddenly they can sleep again. They feel calmer. And I think just more positive. That's the feeling I get from the feedback at the end. And also people saying, I wish I'd done this before, that they perhaps hadn't really understood what it was that they were going into, because we throw loads of things at carers, don't we? And at people generally, we talk about well-being a lot. Um, so, but not everyone really gets the value of it, I think. But then they come along to your sessions
Mhm.
and people want to just keep coming, don't they? But I think the beauty of your sessions is that you're giving them things, like I said, that they can take away with them and they can use anytime. I think I've always thought about, I remember from very early on when you did the sessions, people talked about being able to do the tapping, when they just found 5 minutes for themselves in the loo, in the bathroom, in the garden, whatever it was, it just helped them release the
Yeah.
stress or the pressure of their day. So it's brilliant.
If some carers
Um,
can't make one session, they can still come to the
No,
next.
absolutely. And I think the other bit of feedback that we get is, it's literally about making time for themselves as well, isn't it? So, and we as a carers organisation, we're always in trying to encourage people, but they feel really guilty doing that. So it has to be something that's worth their while, doesn't it, in order to be
Yeah.
able to give that up. But I think sometimes in the feedback, people say, I'm really glad I did this for myself as well. So it's like an act of self-care, isn't it,
Yeah.
as well? I think
Yeah.
just coming along to the sessions, it's just
Mhm.
finding somewhere a bit quiet for
So
a
what would
while.
you say to an organization to invest into working with me?
Oh, Sylvia, I mean, I have recommended you to other organisations, and I would always do. You've been um, so flexible, so versatile, so understanding. You're working with a voluntary sector, and we don't have all the money in the world, and we have to make changes. And also, you've never missed a
Committed.
session. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And I love the way that you've worked with the carers and kind of changed what you deliver to suit them, and
Yeah.
so you've really listened to them, haven't you?
Uh-huh.
Because
Yeah.
you listened to me, but you know, what did I know at the beginning? I knew that I wanted to do something around well-being, but I wasn't sure what. And so, you know, you went in there with an idea, and then over time you've gradually amended it. And it clearly works because people are coming back. But you know, you're very professional, but you're also incredibly warm. And I think that's, you know, that's why people keep coming back. And so I would recommend you to anyone. I think we have recommended you to employers we work with as well, haven't we? We've passed your details on. So, you know, I would have no hesitation in recommending you. And I think if organisations were able to do this for their employees, you know, it's brilliant. It works so well virtually, doesn't it? And, you know, we have